Visítanos en la web
www.miclick.gimdo.com. Mi Click presenta a...
This city is proud. Look like there ain't a problem in the world. It can't be solved with a little bit of money. Tonight, we all win. One of you walks away with $50 million. I don't care who does it. I don't care how they do it. I just want the best.
So the primary story of the Night of the Assassins, you don't change that story. But what I think you can do is tell your own story about what you choose to do outside of the main story. Which other villains you want to take down, what kind of crime you stop, and that kind of thing. And there's the Batcave where you can go and develop a relationship with Alfred. So I think you can be your own Batman, even though you don't change the story.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
En términos generales, seguimos nuestro mismo juego, que continúa el mismo estilo de los dos Arkhams anteriores en cuanto a la estructura. Es decir, es el caballero que lucha contra los asesinos, pero lo que sí pueden hacer es como contar su propia historia, ¿no? Es decir, decidir a qué villanos van a atacar, qué tipo de crimen van a combatir. Siempre está la Baticueva y ustedes pueden entonces allí interactuar y relacionarse con Alfred y cosas por el estilo, siempre creando su propio Batman, pero sin salirse de la...
You're not the only assassin in town. And the night is young. Drop in. Must I do everything myself? It's my boss.
We all selected very carefully that these would be characters in the DC universe that would take money to kill someone like Batman. And then we have a full roster of other villains that are at large, and they each have their own story going on. There's reasons why they're doing what they're doing. And the most wanted missions are all about the player exploring those side stories. So I would say every villain has their own story.
Sí, desde luego. Tenemos 8 asesinos primordiales que elegimos cuidadosamente en nuestro universo DC y todos ellos están dispuestos a obtener dinero por asesinar a Batman. Ahora hay otra lista de otros villanos y existen razones específicas para que ellos existan y para todo lo que hacen. El punto aquí es que los jugadores puedan explorar las misiones y adentrarse en la función de todos estos villanos.
I would say our primary influence was a series called Legends of the Dark Knight. But year one, of course, is an influence. For me, I think The Long Halloween was another one as well, where it's that time when costumed villains are starting to come to Gotham, because that's the real important transition, is the transition of Gotham from just mobsters to people like the Joker and Bane and Poison Ivy and all those characters that suddenly start appearing. And that's what Arkham Origins is about the transition to that story. And so we drew inspiration from comics that were set in that same time.
Bueno, yo diría que nuestra influencia primaria fue Legends of the Dark Knight. El primer año también fue una fuerte influencia. Para mí una influencia importante también es The Long Halloween, en donde ya hay villanos que son seres humanos disfrazados, ¿no? Más bien aquí lo que queremos enfatizar es una transición en Gotham City, ¿no? De donde ya no existen solo los monstruos, sino este tipo de personajes de villanos que se disfrazan como Joker y Poison Ivy y todos esos. Es como una transición básicamente. Tomamos los cómics iniciales como...
Personal mission in life. I'm gonna dedicate every waking minute to tracking you down and taking you out.
Surprisingly, not that much. Everyone on the team, of course, loves the Nolan movies. I know I do. And I think what it did is it just demonstrated what a more serious, gritty Batman could look like. And Arkham Origins is clearly a step in that direction, even away from Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, which were, I would say, a little more comic booky than we are. We tended to be a little bit more serious and gritty, which Nolan established how that looks. But it wasn't a strong influence in terms of story, because we were very much based on the Arkham games, and because they have their own universe and their own story, and going into the Nolan stuff actually would have been contrary to that universe.
Sorprendentemente no mucho. Yo sé que al equipo le encanta esa trilogía, esas películas, a mí me encanta, pero allí muestran como un Batman más serio, y en Arkham City y Asylum más bien teníamos como más un enfoque de libros de cómics, y en Arkham Origins seguimos eso mismo. Entonces, con base en tu pregunta, no tuvo mucha influencia esto en cuanto a la historia, porque el universo y la historia en sí se enfoca más en los juegos que...
As long as you love